Sure. Well, as everybody knows, in March 2020, tourism fell off a cliff everywhere in the world with the advent of COVID-19. And in the following months, we sat around at home doing very little, hoping the virus would pass by. In about September 2020, I started thinking we needed to do something. We couldn't just sit around doing nothing. In Southern Africa, they were starting something called Ride for Rangers. And talking to a few friends, I thought we should do something to raise money for those who have been suffering the worst during the COVID outbreak, which was primarily guides and other service providers like the cooks and the Simians. So I came up with the idea that we would have a charity bike ride to raise money for these individuals. And I contacted friends of mine, Marco de Gasper of Simian Eco Tours and Bogali from Dynasty Ethiopia, and Richard Naruka, who was running an outfit doing cycling in the north of the country.
Of course, one of our major objective was to support the cooks and guides who were suffering due to the seizure of their income, because tourism has stopped for a long time. These people were suffering a lot, so we were intended to support them by raising money through providing these tourism-based activities. So through this, we support around 100 guides and cooks and other tourism service providers all over the country, starting from the north to the south and even to the east, Harab, Dridawa, Bali, down in Jinka and Lalibela, Gondar, the Simian Mountains, so everywhere in the country. So we support around 100 tour guides, cooks and also other tourism service providers. And in addition to that, we also were able to support some community development programs, including school projects like, for instance, in the Gurage area. And so from the government side, of course, we have got some good support from the government, mainly for the Tourism Ethiopia, the now Ministry of Tourism.
What we wanted to offer even more is really undiscovered, unknown places. And Ethiopia has a lot of such places to offer, especially in the countryside and especially for outdoor activities, what we wanted to offer. So we staged camping trips offering different activities from mountain biking to running, hiking, and depending from the season also paragliding or rafting. And we discovered new destinations which were not very well known on the landscape of the Ethiopian tourism. We went first to discover these places by ourselves, for example to Gurage or to some rarely visited areas of North Shoa. We staged just recently an event in Bekoji, including the Arsi Mountains. So we went there with a small team to discover the place as a recce trip, and then we were offering it. And it's also really nice for us to see that nowadays more and more other tour operators are following into our footsteps and are offering these destinations as well, because it is a job opportunity for the locals. It creates an income for the local communities, and that's nice to see that it's working.